Okay. So whenever there is any loss in the business, that loss should be paid by the partners to the business. So that loss should always be what? Taken from the partner. So partner's capital account will be debited and that PL account loss will be credited. So in this way, so now let's move to the question page number 21, question number 2. If you see the liability side in the balance sheet, creditors, BP means bills payable, general reserve. So general reserve, who will get? ABC. In what ratio? 3:2:1. Old ratio, old partners, they will get. So be ready with the format because this question is asking you to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of A and C. A and C means new firm balance sheet question is asking. Maybe B is retiring. If we read the question fully, then only we will come to know. So be ready with the format. Prepare the format for revaluation account, debit, credit, particulars, amount, then partners capital account, particulars ABC, particulars ABC, debit, credit. Then balance sheet of the new firm, liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Now, when you are preparing the partners capital account, the amount column should be divided into three parts. Why? Because there are three partners A, B, C. So you have to divide the amount column into three parts, both the side, debit and credit, ABC, ABC. Now, whenever we are preparing partners capital account, the first thing you have to write by balance BD, that is the capital balances of the partners. You will have in liability side of the balance sheet. So if you see liability side of the balance sheet, A, B, C, 40, 40, 30. So you have to write 40,000, 40,000, 30,000, A, B, C. Three partners, balance BD, they are having. So now this general reserve that should be distributed among old partners. So you have to write in the credit side by general reserve. A, B, C, three partners. So how much general reserve? It is 12,000. And in which ratio it should be distributed? 3:2:1. So 12,000 multiplied by 3 by 6. 12,000 multiplied by 2 by 6. 12,000 multiplied by 1 by 6. In this way, when you distribute, what you will find? A will get 6,000, B will get 4,000, C will get 2,000. In this way, all the three partners, they will get their share. And all these should be distributed in old ratio. Again, always you have to distribute old ratio. Okay. Now, next, then no distributable item is given in the liability side. So check the asset side, cash in hand, debtors, less provision, stock, furniture, machinery, goodwill. Okay, again goodwill is given in the asset side of the balance sheet. So goodwill you have to write it off because this is the existing goodwill, or you can call it as appeared goodwill. Both means the same. It is already there in the asset side of the balance sheet and you have to write it off. What is the meaning of write it off? You have to remove this goodwill of 10,000 from the books. Now, goodwill is an asset. If you want to remove any asset from the books, what is the rule? You have to just credit the asset account. Once you credit the asset account, it will be removed from the books. Then what you will debit? You have to debit partners capital account. So how many partners? A, B, C. A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to goodwill 10,000. Kindly write it down. Just don't listen. First listen, understand. Kindly all the journal entries write it down. But in exam, if they are asking journal entries, then only you have to write. Otherwise, leave it. But now kindly write it down so that you are also thorough with the journal entry. Like write it off means how you are writing off, how you are doing all this. For that purpose, in rough you can write it down the journal entries. So it becomes easy for you to transfer this in partners capital account. So how to write it off this goodwill 10,000? A is capital account debit, B is capital account debit, C is capital account debit to goodwill 10,000. 10,000 should be written off in 3:2:1 ratio. When you do that, by seeing the journal entry, what you understand? ABC partners capital account are debited. So come to partners capital account. In the debit side, what you will write? To goodwill account. And how? By doing the calculations, round off also you have to do. When you do that, 5,000, 3,333, 1,667. In this way you can easily write it off. Till here any doubt? Sachin, Pavitra, any doubt you people are having till here?
No, ma'am.
Fine.
No, ma'am.
Very good. Are you writing the journal entry also for your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now the next. Okay. Now we are moving to our question. We are going to see the adjustment. B retires on 1st April. So who is the retiring partner? B. ABC 3 partners. Among them, B is the retiring partner. Provision for bad debts be raised by rupees 1,000. You should understand the language in accounts. That is more important. So here what they are telling, provision for bad debts be raised by rupees 1,000. Whatever provision for bad and doubtful debts created should be increased by 1,000. This is the meaning of this line. For example, if the provision is 500, now that provision should be 1,500. You should increase it by 1,000. Meaning of this is this only. Now see the provision, how much actually the provision is. Provision is 3,000, right? 3,000 provision is there, and the question is telling 1,000 more you have to increase. So that 1,000 is a loss. Creating, increasing any provision, it is always loss for the business. So if you are increasing any provision means what? Business is expecting that this much amount business will not receive in future from debtors. So business is recording the loss. So it's a loss, and all the losses always comes in the debit side of revaluation account whenever there is any loss or increase in liability. And one more thing, provision is always the liability. Provision for depreciation, provision for bad and doubtful debts, or provision for anything is a liability. And if any liability increases, you have to debit revaluation account. Now what you are going to do? You are going to write on the debit side of revaluation account. What you will write? You have to write to provision for doubtful debts. How much? 1,000. This 1,000 is a loss. That is the reason you are writing in the debit side of revaluation account. It's clear, I hope. You have any doubt, Pavitra, Sachin?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Kindly write it down everything, dear. All the important thing, kindly write it down. Okay, now we are moving to the second adjustment.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Sachin, tell me, dear.
Ma'am, I think page number 23 is not clear, ma'am. I couldn't see the C's side, ma'am. The last side.
Okay, page number 23. Okay, fine. I will resend it now.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
just a moment. Now it's
Yes, ma'am. Now
clear?
it's clear, ma'am.
Yeah, I will dictate the amount, dear, okay, if the amount is not clear, because due to the binding, you know, they have just binded the book in such a way that amount is not visible clearly. I will
Sure.
dictate you, okay, no worries.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Now we were in second adjustment. Okay, take page number 21. Stock to be reduced by 10%. Okay, now what they are saying, stock should be reduced by 10%, means the value of stock is getting reduced, decreasing. Value of stock is decreasing, again a loss. Whenever value of any asset is decreasing or reducing, it is a loss for the business. Now the loss should be recorded in the debit side of revaluation account. Now asset side of balance sheet, if you see, the stock value is 18,000 and question tells you it is reduced by 10%. Calculate 10% of 18,000, 1800. By 1800 stock is reduced. So now you have to write in the debit side of the revaluation account to stock 1800. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Now the third adjustment, there no and one more adjustment is there in second adjustment, and furniture by 5%. So value of the furniture is also getting reduced by 5%. So see what is the value of furniture in the asset side given, 30,000. Now you have to calculate 5% of 30,000, which is 1500. Kindly do the calculations. I may do the mistake. If there is any mistake, kindly let me know also. So to furniture account 1500. It is, there is reduction in the value of furniture, means again there is a loss. Whenever any asset decreases in its value, it is a loss. So you have to record in the debit side of revaluation account. So to furniture account 1500. Till here any doubt, Sachin, Pavitra, any doubt you people are having?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now the next. There is an outstanding claim for damages of rupees 1100 and it is to be provided for. Again you have to understand what is the meaning. There is an outstanding claim. Whenever the word outstanding claim comes, it is outstanding liability. Okay, so it's a outstanding liability. So whenever there is increase in outstanding liability, you have to show in the debit side of revaluation account. Now how much? 1100, and it is to be provided for, means it is not recorded in the book of accounts. Now you have to record this, means it is increase in the liability. In simple, what does it mean? It is increase in the liability. So if there is any increase in the liability, what you have to do? Again there is a loss. Increase in liability means loss for the business. You have to show in the debit side of revaluation account. You have to write to outstanding claim for damages. How much? 1100. You have shown that liability. After that we are moving to next adjustment. Creditors will be written back by rupees 6000. Kindly write it down, these meaning. Written back. Creditors will be written back means you don't have to pay 6000 to creditors. Kindly write it down, this written back and all. Written back means you don't have to make payment of this 6000 rupees to creditors. Creditors are liability for the business. Suppose 6000 creditors we don't have to pay, means there is reduction in the liability. Suppose there is any reduction or decrease in liability, means profit for the business. We don't have to pay 6000 to our creditors. Liability is decreasing, profit for the business. Sorry. Any profit we have to record in the credit side of revaluation account. So in the credit side you have to write by creditors. How much profit? 6000. Any doubt so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So write it down the meaning. Written back means like decrease in liability. Creditors will be written back means decrease in creditors. Now fifth adjustment. Goodwill of the firm rupees 22,000. Again you should be alert. They are talking about goodwill of the firm. They are not talking about goodwill of the retiring partner. So you have to calculate goodwill of the retiring partner. B is retiring. How much his share in the business? B means the middle one. A, B, C. 3 is to 2 is to 1. So 2 by 6, or you can say 1 by 3. So you have to calculate. 22,000 you have to calculate. B is paid in full with cash brought by A and C in such a manner that their capitals are in proportion to their profit sharing ratio, and cash in hand remains at rupees 10,000. Extremely important question, because this is capital adjustment in retirement. Mainly there are three types of capital adjustment. You have to read and understand which type is this. So this is one of the type where they are saying B is the retiring partner, the remaining or continuing partner A and C, they will make payment to be retiring partner in cash in such a way that whatever cash they are paying to the retiring partner, it should be their capital adjustment. How we will learn, how we are doing all this, I will tell you the steps and everything how to do the capital adjustment, but try to understand the question. Means A and C, they should bring cash from their house in order to adjust their new capital in such a way that whatever cash is brought by A and C are the remaining partners, they will continue the business after B retires. Whatever cash they are bringing from home, that will be paid to B in B's settlement. That is the question. So you have to do the capital adjustment. And what else they are saying? Cash in hand remains at rupees 10,000 means the cash in hand should be only 10,000. Now what is the meaning of this line? Cash in hand should be 10,000 means in business cash should be in hand, like in office. Cash in hand means the cash in office or cash at present in the new firm should be only 10,000. So these many things, conditions they are giving, and we have to calculate the capital of the new firm. We will do. Now see, we are going to first calculate revaluation profit, because if you see, credit side is more than the debit side. Okay, so 6,000 credit side, you write it down both the amount column, 6,000, 6,000, make double underline, close the accounts. All these are your work, you have to do. Now just do the sum total of debit side. 1,000 plus 1,800 plus 1,500 plus 1,100. When you do and when you subtract from 6,000, revaluation profit will be 600. Now this profit who will get? A, B, C. In what ratio? Old ratio, 3 is to 2 is to 1. So how to do this? You have to write to profit on revaluation. A is capital account, B is capital account, C is capital account. 600 multiplied by 3 by 6, then 2 by 6, then 1 by 6. You do the calculation, see whether it is coming. So 300, 200, 100. ABC will get revaluation profit in 3 is to 2 is to 1 old ratio. Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No, ma'am.
yeah, fine. Now we are moving to partners capital account. So by balance BD, first you have to write ABC credit side, their balances given in our balance sheet liability side. 40,000, 40,000, 30,000. Then general reserve, you have to distribute by general reserve. ABC 6,000, 4,000, 2,000 old ratio. Then revaluation profit, just now we calculated. ABC they will get. So in the credit side you will write by revaluation account 300, 200, 100. Now about goodwill. First you have to calculate B's share of goodwill. So 22,000 is the total goodwill of the firm, multiply by B's share, which is 2 by 6. When you do, just round off, you will get 7,333. Now what you have to do? First you have to calculate the gaining ratio. I am repeatedly telling you, in retirement, again and again I am repeating, kindly write it down. See, whenever new ratio is not given in your question, first you have to read the question nicely till end. You have to see whether any new ratio is given. I am talking about retirement. Suppose you find no new ratio is given in your question, only old ratio is given. In that case, always whichever partner is retiring, you just hide or just close his share. Like in our question, new ratio is not given and old ratio 3:2:1, A is to B is to C, B is retiring. So what I said, if new ratio is not given, hide the retiring partner's share. This two, just hide it. So new ratio will be 3:1 and gaining ratio will be 3:1. So new ratio equals to gaining ratio when new ratio is not given. Here the new ratio is 3:1, gaining ratio is also 3:1 because new ratio is not given. In that case, gaining ratio will be new ratio only. Suppose in your question new ratio is given, then this rule will not apply. You have to apply the formula and you know new ratio minus old ratio. Then you have to calculate how much A gained from B, how much C gained from B. Then in that way gaining ratio you have to do. Are you understanding, Sachin and Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, kindly write it down everything, dear. So now here gaining ratio is 3:1. New ratio is not given in our question. And we have calculated B's, all these are working notes. So B's share of goodwill we calculated 7,333. Now distribute in this gaining ratio. It means B is the retiring partner. We can say B is the sacrificing partner also, because when he is leaving the firm means he is sacrificing his share of profit. Now the remaining partner or continuing partner A and C, they will enjoy retiring partner's share of profit. So now gaining partners are the remaining partners A and C. Now they have to pay B's share of goodwill in gaining ratio. Try to understand the concept, why we are doing all these things. There is logic. Just like that, we are not doing anything in accounts. So A is capital account debit, C is capital account debit. Why you are debiting A and C, the remaining partners, capital account debit? They have to pay B's share of goodwill. Why they have to pay? Because they are gaining from B's. Like whatever B is leaving the firm, he is giving his share of profit to A and B. So in the gaining ratio, in whatever ratio A and C, they are getting B's share of profit, they are going to pay the goodwill to B. Now why you are crediting B's capital? B is the retiring partner, he will get his share of goodwill, so his capital will increase. So kindly write it down, the journal entry, even though not required. Again I am telling, always read the question, what the question is asking. If your question is asking you to pass journal entry, you have to do with proper format, not like this. Date, particular, ledger, folio, amount, debit, credit, all these you have to do properly. Then only you will get marks, narration, everything. But if the question is asking you to prepare accounts like partners capital account, revaluation account and suppose balance sheet, no need. But why I am telling you to write all these things? So that you have to like learn the journal entries. For this the practice is needed. So if you write and learn it, it becomes easy for you. Without this also you can just in mind itself you can pass the entry and directly you can transfer in accounts. Just now you are learning, so I am telling you to write each and everything. Once by practice you become perfect, no need to write all these. If the question is not asking directly, you can just, but you have to show this, how you have calculated retiring partners goodwill, all this you have to show. But I think no need to show this journal entry. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Now see. Now A's capital account. So A will pay to B 5,500. C's capital account debit 1833. So C will pay to B 1833. And finally B is the retiring partner. He will get from A and C his share of goodwill 7,333. This is the meaning of this entire thing. Now you have to transfer these things, or you have to do the posting in partners capital account. How to do? See the journal entry. A and C, these two capital accounts are debited. So in partners capital account, come in the debit side. Always in ledger posting you have to write the name of the opposite account. So you have to write to B's capital account, because A and C, they are paying to B, that is why their capital balances are reducing. So deduct from A's capital 5,500, deduct from C's capital 1,833. They will pay to B. Now in the same way, come in the credit side of partners capital account. B's capital account is credited, so you have to write the name of the opposite account by A's capital account, by C's capital account, and you have to write the amount 5,500, 1,833 in the credit side of B's capital account, because B will get this amount from A and C. 5,500 B will get from A, 1,833 B will get from C. In this way you have to do the posting. After that, what you are going to do? Since we did everything, so now the capital adjustment you have to do. That goodwill also you have to write it off, because already existing goodwill was there 10,000, that you have to write it off. What will be the journal entry for writing off the existing goodwill or appeared goodwill? A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to goodwill 10,000. What ratio? Old ratio. So in the debit side of partners capital account, kindly write it down. To goodwill account, you are removing the goodwill from book of accounts. You are writing off in old ratio. So A 5,000, B 3,333, C 1,667. You have to do the round off, then you will get these. In this way you can get 10,000 rupees. You can just write it off the goodwill. Till here any doubt? Yes? Sachin, Pavitra, any doubt you people are having till here?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No, ma'am.
okay, fine dear. Now after this we are going to do the calculations, like who is the retiring partner? B is the retiring partner. So first we are going to settle B. Settle B means we have to see how much business needs to make payment to B. For that you have to first do the calculations. You just do the sum total of credit side of B's capital account. That his capital was 40,000, then he got his share of goodwill 5,500, 1,833, add all these. Then he got his share of general reserve 4,000, he got revaluation profit 200. Add all these and see how much amount is coming, and kindly write it down in the amount column of B, partners capital account, credit side. Write it down. First add all these in rough and see how much it is coming. Then you have to see in the debit side anything to be subtracted. Yes, if you see B's capital account debit side, that goodwill you have to write it off 3,333, that you have to subtract from this. When you subtract, then how much final payment you are going to make to B, that you have to write to cash. To cash means now business is going to make the payment. 48,200 business will pay to B. So what will be the journal entry? B's capital account debit to cash account 48,200. About this only the capital adjustment they are saying. What they are saying about this, the capital adjustment? They are saying that whatever B is paid by the firm, like 48,200 firm is making payment to B, this amount is brought by A and C. This is what the question is telling. Now we are moving to our capital adjustment. How to do? C. Now what you have to do, first write amount payable to B. We have, that is why I told you first in capital adjustment, whenever the question is capital adjustment, you have to always first calculate the retiring partner's amount, how much amount is payable to the retiring partner whenever there is capital adjustment. Otherwise you can do like a normal question, but this is capital adjustment, that is the reason I made you to do this first. Now we calculated it is 48,200. So write it down, amount payable to B. These are the working notes. We are going to calculate the capital of the new firm and we will do the adjustment as per the question. So amount payable to be 48,200. In that you have to subtract whatever cash balance is available with the business. How much cash balances are available with the business? Cash balance means what? See, if you see the asset side of the balance sheet, okay, you have to see the asset side of the balance sheet. How much is given? Asset side of the balance sheet. See, 18,000 is given. Try to understand. In asset side of the balance sheet, page number 21, cash in hand is given 18,000. But what the question told you? The question told you that minimum cash balance should remain 10,000. Read the question. Adjustment number 6, page number 22. What the question is telling you, that cash in hand remains at 10,000 means only 10,000 rupees cash should be there in the new firm. But already 18,000 is there na. So first, in order to make it 10,000, 8,000 you have to pay to B. Then 10,000 you can keep in the business. That is the reason we are making payment of 8,000 from this. So because the question is telling, if the question does not tell you anything, you should not touch cash. Listen carefully and try to understand. Here why you are subtracting 8,000? Because the question is telling you cash in hand remains at rupees 10,000 means in the new firm cash in hand should be 10,000 only. The question is telling you. So what to do for this excess 8,000? You can make payment of 8,000 to B. That is the reason we are what? Making payment of 8,000 from this cash. So less cash balance 8,000. B needs to receive from business 48,200, but A and C should bring. But before that, the question tells you that minimum like cash balance should be 10,000. But we are having excess. We are having 18,000. So that is why in order to make it 10,000, you have to pay to B 8,000 from business. Are you understanding, Sachin, Pavitra, why we are subtracting 8,000? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. So that is the reason less cash balance 8,000. So now amount brought by A and C 40,200. Now how much A and C, the remaining partners, they will bring? 40,200 they will bring. In order to make payment to B 48,200. Suppose this line is not given in your question, like cash in hand remains at 10,000, then A and B will bring 48,200. Try to understand. But the question tells you 10,000 should be there and 18,000 is there. In order to subtract the excess amount cash in hand, we are paying 8,000 from business to the to B, retiring partner, and then the remaining 40,200 as said by the question, capital adjustment, A and C will bring. Now total capital of the firm after retirement, like we are going to calculate total capital of the new firm after retirement. Means B's retirement, B is only retiring now. After his retirement, how much the capital should be there? For that, what you have to do, you have to calculate existing capital of A and existing capital of C. Now what is the meaning of this existing capital? Existing capital means after doing all the adjustment, like suppose forget this capital adjustment, for 1 minute you just forget there is no capital adjustment. For example, normally how you will do this partner's capital account, whatever the partner needs to get from the firm, you will pay in the credit side. Whatever the partner needs to pay to the firm, you will subtract from debit side of partner's capital account. Then after doing the total, you will see which side is greater. If credit side is greater, balancing figure will come in the debit side. You will write to balance CD and you will do. That's all, simple. But since it is a capital adjustment question, so you can't do in that way. So, but in rough you have to calculate that CD. You have to do. Now how to do the same process? Just A, you just first what you do in the rough column, see how much A should get from firm, like in the credit side. I am talking about A. See the capital account of A. Do in rough. You have to add 40,000, then this 6,000 general reserve, then this 300 revaluation account. Don't take this by cash. You don't have to take this by cash and all. Only you have to do till by revaluation account. So 46,300 credit side of A capital account will come. See the debit side, if anything to be subtracted, yes, 5,500 plus this goodwill 5,000. So 10,500 you have to subtract. So when you subtract this, the existing capital of A you will get 35,800. Now the meaning of existing capital means at present. Okay, at present A is having 35,800 capital in business. This is the meaning of this. That is why we are doing all these calculations. Now you have to calculate how much actually A should have in the new firm. Then whatever amount comes, that will be the balancing figure. In normal questions, when you don't have any capital adjustment, simply you can calculate to balance carried down. But in capital adjustment, first you have to see total capital of the new firm, how much old partners are actually having the capital in the firm. Then you have to see whether they should bring from home or they should withdraw from firm. After that, bringing from home or withdrawing from business will be the balancing figure, by cash or to cash. Any doubt? Are you understanding capital adjustment, Sachin, Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now that is why existing balance of A 35,800. In the same way, C you have to calculate. See credit side of C, by balance BD 30,000, general reserve 2,000, revaluation that profit 100. Add all this 32,100 credit side of C. What about the debit side of C? 1833. This you have to subtract. C has given to B 1833. Then existing goodwill has been written off 1667. This also. Don't write this to cash and all. So only one. So what you have to do? 32,100 credit side, you have to subtract 1833 plus 1667. Add all these two amounts together and see how much it is coming. Kindly do it and just subtract from this. Then whatever amount you are getting, all you have to do in the rough, that is 28,600. So now C is having in business his or her share of capital 28,600. These are the existing capital in business now. Adjustment of capital now we have to do. How to do? Now in this you have to add the amount to be brought by A and C. You have to add. So 40,200 how? See, B should get 48,200. But as I told you, the question is telling only 10,000 cash in hand should be there in the new firm. So 18,000 cash in hand is there. So 8,000 we are making payment to B from business cash. After that 40,200 is the amount left to be paid to B. Now that amount will be brought by A and C. Everything question is telling, this is capital adjustment. I am not telling anything my own. So now this amount which should be brought by A and C should also be added here, that is 40,200. So what you will add? in this capital adjustment? Existing capital of A, existing capital of C, that is 35,800 plus 28,600 plus amount to be brought by A and C, 40,200. You have to add all these together. When you add all these together, you will get 1,04,600. Now this is the total capital of the new firm. You can write it down. Total capital of the new firm equals to rupees 1,04,600. This 1,04,600 is the total capital of the new firm. And don't forget, when I am saying new firm means only A and C. No B. B is leaving the firm. He retires from the firm. So only A and C. They will continue the business in future and their capital should be 1,04,600. This is the new capital. And the question is telling this new capital should be distributed in new ratio. And new ratio not given in your question. So what I said, if new ratio not given, how to calculate? Just hide the retiring partner's share, you will get new ratio. That will be the gaining ratio also. So 3:1 is the new ratio. 3:1 is the gaining ratio. New ratio is not given in our question. That is why new ratio equals to gaining ratio. Now this 1,04,600 total capital of the new firm, distribute in this ratio. So A's new capital will be 1,04,600 multiplied by 3/4. Do the calculations and see whether this amount is coming or not. So 78,450 is the new capital of A. What about C? C's new capital, total capital of the firm 1,04,600 multiplied by 1/4. So 26,150. These two amounts are the new capital of the remaining partners. So A should have 78,450. C should have 26,150 as their capital in their new firm. But existing capital we calculated. Actually A is having 35,800 only. Now how much cash he should bring in order to make his capital 78,450? You have to subtract 78,450 minus 35,800. When you do, A will bring 42,650. In the same way for C also. C should have 26,150 in the new firm, his capital. But existing capital is 28,600. So he is having excess capital, right? C is having excess capital. 28,600 is more capital he is having in business. He should have only 26,150. So now what he will do? C will withdraw his excess capital. 28,600 minus 26,150. So C will withdraw 2,450 from business. Till here any doubt, Pavitra?
No, ma'am.
Okay, capital adjustment is clear to you in retirement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now how to do this? See, come back to partner's capital account. Now you have to write to balance CD. This new capital, always remember, whenever there is capital adjustment in question, you should write new capital of the firm. That is like in our question, A's new capital 78,450, C's new capital 26,150. This amount you have to write. Otherwise, normal question, then you will write 35,800, 28,600 if it is without capital adjustment. Since capital adjustment is there, means you have to always write the new capital, which is 78,450, 26,150 to balance CD. Then very easy, then whatever amount is coming, that is the balancing figure. For that you have to write by cash or to cash. So what we saw that A will bring more capital. So by cash you can write how much. We did the calculation, 42,650. How? He should have 78,450. He is having 35,800. When you subtract, you will get 42,650. A will bring, in order to make his capital, 78,450 in the new firm. Now what about C? C is having how much existing capital? 28,600. But C should have in the new firm only 26,150. He is having excess capital. So he will withdraw capital. For that, to cash. And how much he should withdraw? Yes, how much? 2,450. This much he will withdraw. C will withdraw. So write it down in the debit side of partner's capital account, to cash account, and in the C's amount column 2,450. Do the totaling, close the accounts. That is your work, you have to do now itself. Do it. Do the calculations and everything. Now we are moving to balance sheet, because the question is asking you to prepare the balance sheet of the new firm. Write the full format, like balance sheet of which part name is given. You can write balance sheet of A, B, C. Then you can write as on if their date is given. If not, you can put dot dot dot. But the format you should write properly. Then liabilities amount, assets amount. You can write like outstanding claim for damages. We wrote in the revaluation account, adjustment was there, one increased liability. Write it down, 1,100. What about creditors? What adjustment was given about creditors? See, creditors in the liability side is 30,000. But when you read the adjustment, they are saying 6,000 creditors we don't have to make the payment. So you have to subtract 6,000 from 30,000. So only liability of creditors will be 24,000, which you will show in the new balance sheet. Now capital accounts. If you see the capital accounts, only two partners will be there, A and C. B already retired. We are preparing balance sheet for the new firm. New firm means A and C. So A's capital will be 78,450, the new capital. C's capital 26,150. Just write it down. Then bills payable. See the liability of the liability side of the old balance sheet. If you see bills payable, there is no change. No increase in the liability, no decrease in the liability. So write as it is. Bills payable you have to write 16,000. If there is no change in liability and assets and you are preparing balance sheet for the new firm, write as it is. So bills payable no change, right, as it is 16,000. And you have to check any liability we have left. No, we did it because general reserve will not come. We distributed among the partners, so it will not come. Now see the asset side. Debtors, how much given in your question? 25,000. And already old provision 3,000. But if you read the adjustment, first adjustment itself, 1,000 more we have created provision. So previously 3,000 provision was there. Now 1,000 more. Total provision is 4,000. So you have to subtract 4,000 from 25,000 debtors. Finally, now the good debtors are 21,000. What about stock? See the balance sheet, 18,000. But again there was reduction in the value of stock, 1,800, subtract it. Now the value of stock is 16,200. What about furniture? Furniture shown in the old balance sheet, 30,000. But again 5% I think. Yes, there was reduction in the value. So 1,500 you have to subtract from 30,000. 28,500 you will get. Cash in hand, the question clearly tells you 10,000 should be there. Already 8,000 you paid to the retiring partner because the question is telling you to maintain 10,000 cash. Understand why we are doing this, not just like that. If the question does not tell you, you should not touch the cash. But since the question is telling, that's the reason you are doing. So cash in hand, just show 10,000 as the question told you. Now what about machinery? There is no change in machinery. No increase, no decrease. Right as it is 70,000. What about this goodwill? We already written off. So goodwill will not come here, general reserve will not come here. If you do the sum total of balance sheet, both liability and assets, do it and see. You will get 1,45,700 both the sides. Any doubt in this question? Sachin, Pavitra, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What happened, Sachin? Some network issue? You left, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I had some network issue, ma'am, so I couldn't join.
Okay, fine. So very important questions dear. Practice at home these questions. Listen the recorded video. If you have any doubt, kindly ask me without any hesitation. Okay, very important. They may give you, they may
Yes,
not.
ma'am.
Yeah, they may give or may not give, but you should practice each and everything. Whatever in your syllabus, don't leave anything. Be thorough. Capital adjustment may come or may not. It is in your syllabus and it is very important. It comes. It always comes. If it doesn't come, it's your
Yes,
good
ma'am.
luck. You can just solve like ordinary questions and finish it. But if it comes, because it's in your syllabus, na, we cannot like assume anything in exam. So be thorough.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, dear. That's all for today. In the next class, I will teach you the important adjustment of revaluation account, then the loan account, how to prepare, and the capital adjustment. Again, we will revise the 3 cases of capital adjustment. All these PDF I have already shared. Okay. We will do in the next class.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good night, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good
Yeah.
night.
Thank you. Good night.